We back again. Let's enter all the artists. Hey, how we doing? Hey, back again. Let's enter all the artists. Hey. ha.
So we're gonna go ahead and close the other browsers like we practiced.
Steven, everybody.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, I need to make. Oh, wrong. Oh, where'd y'all go? There you are. I need to make this a little bigger because my eyesight is going. Perfect. Welcome the artists. Hello. I don't know how it looks for y'all. It's probably all the same. So if you could each one by one introduce yourself, your name, your pronouns, and your piece that you presented. Snap, crackle, pop. Who's over here?
Natasha.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Natasha perry-fagant. It is a hard one to say, so do not worry. It has been butchered in every way imaginable. My pronouns are she, her, they. My piece was tracheal snuff. Yeah, it was the last one. That is all I'm going to say about that until I'm asked further.
Suivant.
Well, I'm Agnes. And I'm very glad to be here because I've been living in the closet for so long you would not believe it.
Thank you, Agnes. Moving on. Are we going here or are we going?
We can go down. Hi, I am. My name's Amy, but this is my smaller version of myself, Petite Amie. And I was playing Mabel tonight with Agnes and Sue.
Party. And last but not least.
Hello, my name is Monica Hamburg, and my piece was COVID Creep, and with my guy, the actor Jason McCullough.
Yes, McCullough. Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
That was terrifying.
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to that, okay. So, as I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure everybody else in the chat is very interested in understanding or wanting to know about your process and how you came about with these pieces, because each of them were so unique, and also. Yeah, like we're in a pandemic, so like talk about like how that was, like what made you want to do this piece, and yeah, whoever wants to go first.
Well, I introduced myself first, so I guess I'll talk first. My piece was basically, I'm like, oh, it's a snuff film, but about the throat. I'm sure that's interesting. A lot of my work, I have a burlesque character, Miss Pretty Pretentious. I didn't realize that it was going to be more like this, but the main things I like playing with are usually arousal and discomfort. And playing with the idea of like you're seeing something that should be arousing, but also kind of uncomfortable. So as someone who doesn't have a penis, I kind of wish it was just like, oh, one of those really uncomfortable boners. Like, ooh, I don't. Well, as a lady with a vagina, I also have uncomfortable arousal. But yeah, that was that was what I was playing with.
Perfect. Yeah, now after you said that, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, you understood the assignment. You got it. I'm like, yes, okay. Next, anybody else? Yes, please. Feed my brain. I'm hungry.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm from a time when such things were never spoken about. But I must admit it's kind of interesting. Well, we actually had a different show. And then it was absolutely too critical. Like people just said said, no, you can't do that. And so then we had to write another show.
Oh my goodness.
And that's about all.
It turns out our sense of humor is not to everyone's taste.
Yes. People didn't think it was funny. I don't understand, but you got to go with the flow, I guess.
Right. And if I can just say, watching that piece, I was so hungry. Oh, like if that's
I got some cake. Would you like some cake?
Listen, I'm Ubering right there, right now.
I can't finish it. I really wish that I could give it to you.
It looks
Was it chocolate cake?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Like my
Oh,
favorite.
On Zoom, dear.
Oh, I don't understand how Zoom works.
Y'all getting the
we're not
show
on
post
Zoom
show.
anymore.
Come
We're
on.
in the StreamYard.
Reach through and see if we can grab it.
Like I am hungry. Like I'm cooking right now, and like the smell, and then seeing that cake, like I was. Whew, okay.
I've got chocolates as well. There's plenty to go around.
Oh my gosh.
We're losing it.
Yes, I see. There's a question for Agnes. What's your sign?
What's your sign? Hello.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you're one of those, y'all can guess. Go ahead and say what you think Agnes's sign is in the comments. And while y'all doing that, let's move on to Monica, please.
I am very frustrated with the restrictions around COVID. I get them, but I'm also, a human being who's a little edgy now. Like it's been a while and I'm feeling edgy. And I watch a lot of horror films and stalker films and those kind of things. And I found myself being very jealous of the victims in these films because they have such a life before they got kidnapped, like they're hanging out with people, they're driving around on road trips, they're in cabins socializing before the murder. And I'm like, damn, that's a life, and so I kind of took it from there of just being frustrated by like really ridiculous things like that and came up with this. So
Thank you. Now, so besides the wonderful live performance that we had at the beginning, I'm gonna throw this question out, and also if you want to tune in, Agnes and Mabel, to this question, I want to know if there were any surprises or challenges that you might have faced in putting together your pieces.
Yes. Well, when I'm on stage, I like to dance around a bit. I like to see the audience. And I like to wear my high heels and my fancy dress. But I'm not fully dressed, to tell you the truth. I still have my slippers and pajamas on the bottom, which I
I'm
love.
not the only one wearing pants.
yes, probably.
And I use this hand because I actually have a broken hand over here.
Oh,
and it's not part of the show.
Such an artist. All right, this is not part of the character. It shall not be shown. What if you were on stage? Would you just like keep it in your coat?
Well, I really don't have to solve that problem for a long time. Don't think about it, but my arm should be better by then.
Okay. Oh gosh. What about you, Natasha? There's a little comment saying that there was a little roomie that you were supposed to perform the piece live, but something made it change that.
Well, yes. I realized that I wanted the piece to be, well, in that it wound up being kind of a snuff film.
Right.
I wanted it to, encapsulate the idea that the character died in the end. If anyone else has worked with fake blood, you will know it is very, very sticky and very difficult to hide, especially if you're naked. So I think in the argument that I wanted to have the most realistic depiction of blood coming out of my mouth, and not having, you know, a convenient pocket to hide it in, I did the other thing. And I also, as someone who really likes just improvising, this was an easier way for me to just get all my emotional vomit out and then edit it into a more cohesive story.
Okay. And Monica, how was it for you? Any challenges that came across?
Coming up with like, there's a head coming through. The challenge is that challenge. That's the challenge. This character over here. Coming up with a script that I thought would be fun for it, right? Like how would I do this? I'm obviously limited by not only the places we can go and do it, but then also my skill level in terms of like editing with my face and so forth. So there's limits. So that was a bit of a challenge. I was smart enough to get coverage of myself before, because Zoom is a problem when you're recording through Zoom, because as soon as someone else starts talking, it goes over to them. So I was proud of myself for getting coverage of both of us alone so I could edit through there. That was the only surprise was I forgot that until the other person spoke, it wouldn't pull focus to them. Right. So the reactions were hard to get. So yeah,
we have done a fair amount of Zooming, despite me not understanding it at all, and we have learned a lot about how to do clowning on Zoom. So if anyone wants any tips, like happy to talk about Zoom settings.
Yes. Is there a link to the comedy clown-esque? Let's look up these people. Let's get them connected. Okay. Now,
Paige.
Yes, Paige, please. Yes. Can we drop
on Facebook? Just comedy clown-esque.
Thank you. Hey, you see the link in the bottom? That's what
it just popped up.
I believe a little question popped in. Monica, you present every month. Yes. It's extraordinary. How long does it take you from concept to deliverable to create work?
It really depends on the piece. I'm very obsessive, so I usually come up with something within like if we've got a 4-week time frame, usually the first week I'm trying to develop the idea. The second week I have like something, and then I film it and then edit it probably the last week or a little bit before. So it's unfortunately about a 4-week process, but not 24 hours of all those days. So.
And I feel like this question pops up like every time we do this, and I'm pretty sure, because like people might think, oh, maybe she has like this bank of like pieces that she just pulls out and then works on them. But like it's literally you do something new every time. It's like nothing that you've like kept stored somewhere.
No. I had this idea midway through the month before, but I didn't do anything with it until we got the go ahead.
Damn, I wish my brain worked like that. I've still got like half scripts, like sitting, like at least 20 half scripts, because I'm like, oh, cool. And then I'm like, oh, crap. And then it's like, I'll come back to it, and I never do.
But if you signed up, then you do it. So that's the trick. The trick is that you like have like the word of the little voice of someone going, hey, you've got to get it done.
Yes. Me is the getting it done is good, and then it's the finishing that I need to work on. So yes, there is Monica's handle. Go and see her work. She be working. She works hard for that money.
For no money. I work really hard. That's my song. That's the next one. It's just me singing. I work hard for no money. So hard for money.
But hey, at least here we have the Patreon and the e-transfer. Go ahead and you heard she works hard for no money. She needs the coins. Let's go. Make it rain. Natasha, is your piece autobiographical at all?
Yeah. So if we want to dissect it, I feel it's difficult because, you know, you don't want to dissect it too much because
Right.
then it's like, oh, well, that was so obvious. But I, as the creator, probably think, oh, people are going to think it's so obvious, but it was still really weird shit. I was recently diagnosed with hypothyroidism. Which is basically your thyroid doesn't make enough juice. And the thyroid is always described as like a butterfly-shaped muscle. And I'm like, oh, so it's like this butterfly-shaped muscle is angry at me. And kind of just going through that. And, you know, being definitely not a tormented person, I had to make a narrative, a dialogue between this butterfly and this character. And why is this butterfly so vengeful? Clearly because she was swallowed prematurely.
Ooh.
Love it.
Yeah, like your piece.
Very cool.
Like, like
And you didn't really die.
No, I didn't. Lo and behold, I am still here.
Well, that's very good.
It's miraculous. You know, as what was it in extras who's like, in the script, Serene, Gandalf the Grey. It's in the text, but you know, now we're not in the text. We're IRL, and I'm not dead, and amazingly not spitting up blood. I don't know how I did it, yo.
What about the bugs? Do you still have any bugs in there?
I do live in a basement. So
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, fair. It's inevitable.
yeah. Really hoping they don't crawl into my mouth, but you know, that urban legend that always says, oh yeah, you're just gonna eat 60 spiders a year. I don't know what it is. It's horrifying either way.
Another question. For Natasha, where did the VHS aesthetic come from?
Oh, so anyone who's seen my previous work, my one woman show was called David Lynch Wet Dream. A lot of that kind of is connected to like me really liking films and trying to put that into performance. This one was kind of a mashup of Mulholland Drive and Videodrome. So kind of the VHS aspects were very much like Videodrome related, and the idea that, oh, you just found a snuff film. And obviously it's on a VHS because, you know, people who are making snuff films clearly haven't gotten into the 21st century. They're not putting on disc rays or blue, you know, USBs. That's clearly snuff films back in the 80s. They
just look better. You know?
Yeah.
You can make a snuff film, you know?
Oh, that was horrifying, Monica.
It's scarier than the film I made, you know? Just have his head pop up all the time.
I had to work with, you know, green screen effects. Literally, you just get a hand fucking coming in. Oh,
hands.
Oh, weird. I apologize, Agnes. I've shown myself to be very unladylike, and I continue to do so.
He's such an actor. He's pulling focus all the time, you know?
So, Agnes, it is your birthday today, I'm assuming.
Well, yes.
Well, shall we attempt to sing happy birthday? It'll be great YouTube/Facebook Live. It will make history. So, 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Agnes. Happy birthday to you.
So, to answer the question of what is Agnes's sign, Taurus.
Oh.
So, I'm going to ask our wonderful artist if you have any parting words. Any thoughts, comments? Anybody else? The thing.
I'd really like to thank Freefalling. This is a really nice thing. It's always nice to challenge yourself, giving yourself a deadline. I'm very grateful to have been given this opportunity to show my bloody tits, literally. Thank you very much for having me on, and thank you for supporting the artist community throughout this time, and also the Native community, because stolen land, like it's a bummer.
It's a bummer. I'd like to thank everyone here, Sue and the other artists and Freefalling Room for getting to do something live and interactive, because this is something we've done videos, but getting to do something live and interactive is really rare, and I really miss that. So thanks for this opportunity.
Same. Thank you so much, Freefalling Room and Freestanding Room, for just all the opportunity, and Anton for always being such an exuberant and loving and exciting host, dynamic. It's always so nice to have someone like that at the helm. So thank you very much.
Aw, so you see, there's the it's gone. Well, the website for the Freefalling Monthly. I encourage anyone who's doing this, so if you have any friends who are artists, encourage your friends to sign up for May. We'd love to see your work. And also to the artists that are here, you can also sign up for May again. Follow in the footsteps of Monica. Sign up, sign up, sign up. Keep that artist fed. Okay, keep the inner artist hungry and not hungry, full. And I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
Again, thank you to all the people behind the scenes at the Freefalling Monthly. We will be nothing without you. Yes, we're sign up for May. Looking forward to seeing y'all next month, the last Friday of the month, for the May edition of the Freefalling Monthly. I am Anton May. These are artists, and we can say, in the words of Agnes, bye.
Bye.
Bye.